All right, welcome back to Now or Never. Cavino and Rich, and listen to this. A guy is here that is an ESPN SportsCenter legend, Stan Verrett. What's up?
Legend.
You like what I'm doing there? That's why.
On.
No, I'm pulling for your boys. I know you're a big Saints fan.
Yeah. Drew Brees dealing with the thumb ligament.
And I hear that if you don't do this, you're not a true Saints fan.
I had a woman on Twitter. She said today, she taped up her hand like that. She's like, if Drew doesn't have a thumb, I don't have a thumb either.
Are you not in solidarity with the Saints?
I need mine.
Yeah,
I got to type the show.
Later on, if you want, I got the tape for you right there.
Nice to see you. We see you in the hallways all the time. I always say, Stan's my guy. He's my kind of guy. And then I found out doing some research, right? Because you're here. We're born on the same day.
August 9th?
August 9th.
My man. All right.
Look at these two.
Look at that.
Next year party for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, listen, since you're big Saints guy, let's get into the Saints. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with more important for the Saints, Drew Brees coming back, or Sean Payton at the helm here?
Listen, I'm a firm believer in Sean Payton. Drew Brees missed one game due to injury in his career with the Saints so far, and it was week 2 against Carolina a few years ago. And Luke McCown started, threw for more than 300 yards, had a very efficient game. They almost won that game. And I was a big believer in Sean Payton. If I wasn't before, I knew then, he could put a quarterback in position to win a game. And I think he could do it with Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill. Little mix and match situation there. Package for Taysom Hill, but Teddy Bridgewater doing most of the work. I think they're going to be okay.
Well, with Brees out the next 6 weeks, how do you see the next 6 weeks going?
I've seen a lot of prognostications. People saying, okay, they can go 3-3 and then just get to the bye week 4-4, and then Brees comes back. I mean, listen, I'm an optimist by nature. So I say craft the game plan for Teddy Bridgewater, put the change of pace in there with Taysom Hill, and let's see how they do. I mean, look, Teddy Bridgewater was a Pro Bowl quarterback for the Vikings.
That's what I'm saying.
He's great. He's great before he blew out his knee. So let's see.
You look at those games, I think the Saints could snag 3 of those 6 games.
At least.
I say go 6-0.
Why not,
look,
right?
Until you lose, I chalk it up as a win.
Yeah.
Hey, a personal question, too. As a SportsCenter guy, do you have to hold back your feelings about the Saints in a professional level or no?
When you're in a straight news...
Is that old school?
Well, when you're in a straight news reporting situation, I think, you have to report the news.
Right.
But we're all from somewhere.
Right.
You guys know.
Of course.
And we're sports fans, and that's probably how we chose to do this. And so fans get that. You know what I mean? The people who watch us, they get that. They know you're a fan of something. Now, if you're covering a team on a daily basis, it's maybe a little bit more difficult. But being a host on SportsCenter, I think we get some leeway.
Right.
And I think fans get it.
Now,
absolutely.
As a Saints fan, are you still salty at the refs for not only last week, but last year?
I mean, it's become a joke at this point. I mean, Saints just can't get a call.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, you have to kind of take it. I mean, people have been on social media, hey, everybody gets bad calls, but do they get bad calls that change games and change seasons the way that call in the NFC Championship game did? I mean, I was at the game, and I saw the play. I'm like, okay, so where's the flag? Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Don't snap the ball. Where's the flag?
Is it true that you have burner accounts just to talk smack about the refs?
I do not have any burner accounts. No truth to that rumor at all. But I was just shocked by that one. I mean,
Well, I don't want to be Mr. Negative here, but what burned you more as a fan? The Vikings, Stephon Diggs, Hail Mary, miracle play, or the bad call last year? What upset you more?
The bad call last year, because listen, Marcus Williams is our guy. I mean, he didn't make the play. There's no arguing that. You know what I mean? The guy didn't make the play.
Yeah.
Should have made the play, didn't make the play. But with the officials, you kind of feel like, okay, that was pretty blatant. There were 2 different fouls on the same play. Pretty blatant. I mean, that's not hard to figure out. So that one really burns more. And that one, you're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Without a doubt.
So
it's hurtful.
Sorry, Stan.
I'm sorry, man.
Hey,
I'm
Stan.
sorry.
Well,
you guys brought me here to flagellate me with that.
Actually,
I mean, come on.
We also got you here to, learn more about you, man, because
Okay,
we've been watching you for years. So obviously your love of sports got you somehow into broadcasting and to the SportsCenter. Tell us the story, like your life as a broadcaster. How did that happen for you?
I've had 2 separate careers. The first was in radio, like you guys.
Right.
Stan the Man on 103 Jams.
103 Jams. Shout out to 757 Norfolk, VA. So I had a great time doing that. I always knew that eventually I would get into sports television because sports was really my passion. But you know how it is. They tell you get in any way you can.
So you were playing just music?
Oh, yeah. I was urban radio DJ.
Love jams?
No. Never did slow jams. Hip hop and R&B.
No way.
You know,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first song you introed?
No.
What was the first song you introed?
I forget, but you were probably playing like Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, yeah.
Never trust a big butt and a smile. A great lesson from Belle Biv DeVoe.
It's a rule to live by. You know?
No, because their first thing was Poison, so probably Poison.
Of course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, how is working with the same guy every night? I've done it with this guy for years.
Yep.
You and Neil, best pals or what?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll tell you a story. So when we were rehearsing to get the show started, Neil says, hey, man, let's go out to dinner, kind of get to know each other. Because we had done some shows together in Bristol, but we weren't partners every night.
Right.
So we go to, there was a Roy's right down the street from here on Figueroa. So we go
Hawaiian
there.
cuisine, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Neil worked in Honolulu for years.
Right.
So we eat dinner. He says, hey, man, you ever had longboard lager? I said, no, I never had it. Fire it up. Let's go. So have a couple of longboard lagers. We start talking. 4 hours later, the bartender says, you guys got to switch to something else. We're out of longboard lager.
Oh, wow.
So, the show was born that night.
So I don't think we can hang with you and Neil.
That's what I got out of this. No, but it's great, though. You can see your chemistry together on the air. That's why you guys are so great together.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy. Could not ask for a better partner.
What is your favorite memory from SportsCenter? Is there a call or a game you recap that meant a lot to you?
The Ray Allen Miami Heat game. Because I was actually eating dinner. And I'm watching the game, and they're setting up the ropes, because the Spurs are getting ready to win the championship, and it's all over for LeBron. All these camera shots to LeBron. So I'm eating dinner. I'm like, it's going to be routine night. All of a sudden, Ray Allen hits that shot. I'm like, can I get a check, please? I gotta go. Work just changed big time tonight. So but that highlight call, I had that highlight call, and doing that highlight, it was so much fun. Like, I love doing highlights.
But that's what makes the job fun for you, right? There's something new and exciting all the time. There's always a story to talk about.
Sports is the ultimate reality TV.
Right.
You never know what's going to happen, but you know something's going to happen.
Without a doubt.
And that's what makes it great.
And millions of people are tuning in to see you talk about it, which has got to be a cool feeling.
It makes me nervous.
Right.
I remember I was
take a deep breath.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like I think about it like, okay, just go in and just do the job. You've been trained to do it. You know what you're doing. Just do the job. But if I ever think about it like there's millions of people watching this, it could be overwhelming. Like, I remember I was in LaGuardia Airport, and I was in one of the airline lounges, and they had these huge monitors, just a big wall for huge monitors. And I looked up, and they had it on ESPN. I'm like, oh my God!
You know when
really I'm on, people can see me.
Yes.
All
We
these
felt
big
that
monitors.
way in
like,
Vegas.
Yes.
You go to Vegas,
that freaks me out.
You're on everywhere.
Yeah, it freaks me out. Like, I can't think about that because then you'll labor over every word,
Right.
And so you just go out and you just do the job and hope people like it.
You know what I always thought was cool? The SportsCenter commercials.
Yeah.
I love them. I love when you guys do them. The new one with Neil is great when Saquon is chiming in.
Yeah.
What is your favorite one, the most memorable one for you?
Let's see. The first one I ever did was really good. It was with Jorge Posada and David Ortiz.
Yeah.
And Ortiz is trying on the Yankees cap. Like, Jorge Posada has just gotten a new shipment of Yankee caps.
Yeah.
And so Big Papi grabs it and he starts like, man, you got to break this thing in, man. So he breaks it in, he puts it on, and just then, for whatever reason, the Red Sox mascot is walking down the hall carrying a bunch of tapes.
I remember this one.
And he
Fantastic.
sees Ortiz with the hat, and he's like, oh, and Ortiz is like, hey, Wally, it's not what you think. Right. And so, that was my first one. And like that, first there's getting to ESPN. You're working in local news and you get the call to ESPN, you feel like, okay, I made like some sort of all-star team, right? Yeah. Okay, and then when you get to be in a SportsCenter commercial, after watching them for all those years, you're like, okay, I'm a made guy now. You know what I mean? Like,
made guy, and you're making these commercials with guys that you look up to, like Drew Brees too.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, how could I forget that one? The Mardi Gras commercial with the float. I mean, that's
it's putting your acting chops to the test. That's what it's doing.
And they're a part of sports culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those commercials. I mean, and it's they're always fun, and the guys are always as enthusiastic to do it as we are. I mean, they feel the same way. Like, hey, as an athlete, you get chosen to be in a SportsCenter commercial. I mean, and luckily for Drew and for me, he's been with the Saints the whole time. So that one is evergreen. Every year at Mardi Gras, it can run. I did one with Kevin Love but then he got traded. He was on the Timberwolves
Oh,
at
yeah,
the time.
so that one's off.
Yeah.
Right.
So Kevin Love was serving me doubles.
Yes.
Double cappuccinos before I went on the air, and I'm all caffeined out and freaking out on the air. But then he got traded to the Cavaliers, and that one can't run anymore.
By the way, of these athletes, that is it crazy to think that they watch you every night? In fact, I saw on social media you went golfing with Steph Curry, who I heard a rumor that he told you he loves when you call his highlights.
No, his favorite is when he calls his highlights.
His favorite.
Well, he said, I haven't heard that one. I heard that they asked him if he were going to do a show on SportsCenter, who would he want his co-anchor to be, and he said me. So I was flattered by that.
Wow, that is cool.
Steph's like one of the all-around good guys in sports. I mean, like he's almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
But just an all-around great guy. I mean, he's helping out with the golf team at my alma mater, Howard University. And so, I've always, I was a shooter when the little basketball I played as a shooter, so obviously I look up to him for that. And then he's just all around good guy.
Stan, I hear all the time what a big golfer you are and how you're always golfing. You're so into it. I hear you talking about it all the time too. Are you that good? Are you any good? Or is it something you're always trying to improve on?
I'm a 10 handicap, a legit 10 handicap. People throw I'm a 10 handicap.
Right.
And you get out there, they shoot 112.
Right.
But no, I'm a legit 10 handicap. It's I never feel better about myself than I do when I play a solid round of golf. 18 solid holes, break 80, shooting the 70s.
Oh, wait, so when you come into ESPN, I see you got that extra strut about you?
That's a good golf.
That means I broke 80. I broke 80 that day.
That's a good golf morning.
I mean, I shot 75 as my career low on Valencia Country Club. Tough course. And I shot 75, and, that's probably my proudest achievement. I mean,
right.
Because golf is just it's a mental test, it's a physical test, it's an emotional test, it's a strategic test. You got to put all that together, And so, of all the athletes that I look up to, golfers are probably the ones I admire most.
Well, one day, can you take us?
Yeah.
At least mini golfing or something?
Hey, I'll tell you guys. Oh, the hand healed up quickly.
I know. Thanks, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Anytime.